In this video, I'm going to show an outfield throwing drill. An outfield throw is a lot farther than an infield throw. So with that, as an outfielder, we've got to be a little bit longer in our arm path in order to generate more power. So as an infielder, we can get to around this position, so have a shorter arm path and still be able to get it to where we need to. Outfielders, we can't get away with this. That ball's not going to go very far. So we got to go a little bit longer in order to throw it to where we need to. Whether you are an infielder with a shorter arm path or an outfielder with a longer arm path, we need to make sure that we are getting to this U shape before we actually throw. So the U shape, I like to call it a U shape. It's the position you want to be in after you field or catch and before you actually start your throwing motion. This U shape allows us to generate the power that we need. So a very common thing I see with athletes, whether we're fielding a ground ball or catching a fly ball, we'll catch that ball and then immediately get to our L shape and we're losing a lot of our power. And I like to think about it like hitting. When we hit, we don't hit with our hands, even with our chest. We got to get our hands back in order to generate some power. So same thing with throwing. If we field or if we catch a fly ball and we get straight to here, it's going to be really tough to generate that power that we want. So palms are down, elbows are up. You go from this U shape and you want to turn that chest, making sure this front side stays closed. Get into your L shape. I say L because my arm looks like an L. Your elbow stays back while your chest goes forward. You're pulling this glove in when you're about even with your head as when you release. Your chest goes flying down along with your arm. This drill simply helps us feel this longer arm path, getting to where we need to be before we actually start our throw. So you can either have someone standing behind you holding a ball, or if you don't have a partner, you can get a tee, put it about even with your chest, maybe a little bit higher than your chest, and go ahead and put a ball right on that tee. Whether you have someone behind you holding the ball or the ball is on the tee, you're gonna step a couple feet away from that ball and you're just gonna hold on to that ball and you're gonna feel exactly where you need to be before you actually throw. So this is the longer arm path. You're gonna be here, you're gonna look at your target, making sure you're in your legs. From here, you're just taking that ball, bringing it up, and then pulling everything down and forward. As you're doing this, just be sure that when you're taking this ball from the person behind you or off the tee, you don't wanna automatically bring your elbow in. You wanna take the ball, pull up, bring your chest forward, and as your chest is going forward, your elbow automatically is gonna come forward. We just don't want this elbow in front of our shoulder. So do your best to keep that elbow behind that shoulder and then pull everything down. Once you feel comfortable with that, you can actually kind of put everything together. I would still suggest going about 50 to 75%. Just because this ball is stationary, you don't want to go flying past it, miss where that ball is at, and then you just defeat the purpose of the drill. So to put it all together, you're going to start just a couple steps behind the tee, and you're going to pretend to catch a fly ball. So when you catch that fly ball, I like to have my glove foot in front because right after I catch, it takes me into my crow hop. So I'm gonna have my glove foot in front. Right when I catch, I'm gonna get into my crow hop and my arm path is gonna be a little bit longer. As I'm about to have my front foot hit, I'm gonna grab the ball and then throw like I normally would from the outfield. Again, a reminder, don't go 100% with this because you're gonna miss the ball. I would start with about 50% so you can feel that long motion, grab the ball, pull, throw, and then you can pick it up to maybe about 75%. This is what's gonna look like full speed.